My 2025 sucked. Let's talk about it. Just to start things off, not all of my year was bad. There were plenty of ups, lots of downs, but I'm still alive, so there's that, I guess. To look at what started my year, we have to look at what ended my previous. Towards the beginning of December of last year, I was fired from my job. One could argue it was for bullshit reasons, but at this point, it doesn't really matter. But it's what kickstarted what I consider to be the lowest point of my life, and I know I'm only 21. There's plenty of more years for low points, and I get to look forward to it. After losing my job, I started fearing a lot of things. Fearing losing my home, falling into debt, not having anywhere to go, not having any jobs to go to. But luckily, my parents had no idea what to get me for Christmas, so they just gave me $1,000. That plus the last paycheck that I got from my previous job, including the PTO that I had saved up, which was like over 100 hours that I was probably never going to use. I was able to keep going for a few more months while I figured things out. Now comes January. It's a fresh start if you were a normal person. I am not a normal person. My roommate, he made a tough decision at the beginning of the year to move out because he hadn't been able to cover rent for a majority of months living with me, and he just didn't want to put up with it anymore. And you might say, that's not a tough decision at all. It's not fair that he couldn't contribute. You should have kicked him out months ago. And, well, you're kind of right. I've known this man for almost 14 years, and I know his situation with his family is not the greatest, and I didn't want him to go back to that. But it was his choice. So now I was left to find another roommate, and to spare you the details, it did not go well. If you want to learn more about She Who Shall Not Be Named, you can hop on over to The Drowning Man, a series that I've been doing for a while now. Specifically Chapter 1 tells you most of the stuff from February and March. So let's cut to April. I am now in the depths of the lowest point of my life, and I'm probably the most depressed I've ever been. Sorry if that made a lot of noise. I hit the cable. I had to move somewhere I wasn't familiar with no other option but. And I also had to leave my dog with my parents. She's doing great, by the way. I saw her on Thanksgiving, and I'm going to see her again on Christmas. She's doing good. And overall, I was just lost. I wasn't even able to clean the place I had moved from, mainly because the sewage there sucked, so I wasn't able to use the water, and my power got shut off because I wasn't able to pay the bill. So there's that debt I was worried about, and I lost someone who I thought I was close with, someone who betrayed my trust in more ways than one, and it left me to relearn how to trust someone again, not even knowing if I ever would. I didn't eat much. I didn't socialize very much, unless it was at work or with my sister. Seriously, I don't know how my sister keeps up with my bullshit. I had to pay anywhere from $1,000 to $1,200 to my previous landlord because of all the shit that I left behind. So I wasn't even really able to pay anything towards the place I'm at now for a few months. I'm very thankful for my roommates. They've been great. However, come August, and things started seeming like they were falling back into place. Something that I had lost along the way was my creative drive. For those who don't know, I am a musician, and around August was when I started to find that drive again. I made friends, was finally able to trust again. I got promoted at work, not quite under the circumstances that I hoped, but a promotion is a promotion. I was eating more, probably too much. I've gained a few pounds, and I'm working on losing said pounds, but things were looking up again. I did my live at home thing that I had a lot of fun doing, kind of started making videos again, and then the seasonal depression hit. This happens to me all the time. The moment there's a switch in seasons, whether it's spring to summer, or in this case, summer to fall, my depression just skyrockets. And it wasn't forgiving either, because fall didn't last very long. So it was summer to fall, and then like a month of fall, and then right into winter. So that seasonal depression lasted way longer than I wanted it to. Because again, that depression hits the moment the seasons switch, and it's always without fail. For me and seasonal depression, I can't really describe what I'm feeling. It's not always sadness for me. Most of the time, I just don't want to do anything. I don't want to get out of bed to go to work. I don't want to clean things. I don't want to take care of myself and my hygiene. I don't have a drive to do much of anything. I kind of just hunker down in my room and doom scroll all night until it's 7 o'clock in the morning and I have to go to sleep because I have work. It's great. And anytime I go anywhere, I put up a front like I'm doing all right. And I've gotten so good at it that I barely even notice it myself until I'm by myself. I pretend like I'm okay when I'm really not. And I've noticed that front is starting to slip. I was talking to a coworker the other day about me possibly wanting to try therapy, because that's something my sister brought up to me that I should try, and I probably need to try. And I almost broke down crying about how I've got quite a few personal problems that I want to talk about. That's another thing I'm really good at, is holding back tears. Who knew that getting bullied about being a oversensitive, emotional guy would lead to that said guy learning how to hold back tears really well. I haven't cried over anything other than laughing too hard at a really stupid joke in years. I didn't cry when my ex broke up with me a few years ago. I didn't cry at my great-grandma's funeral a few years ago. I didn't cry when I lost my job. I didn't cry when she who shall not be named hurt me in more ways than one. I didn't cry when someone was breaking down in front of me. That's a personal thing, and I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to go into any more detail other than that. And I haven't cried making this video. In my script I wrote down, at least I hope so, I wrote this script beforehand, because that's how scripts work. With that being said, my 2025 sucked. It had its ups, it's had a lot of downs, and it certainly doesn't get the Best Year of My Life award. Don't even think it makes the top 15. But I'm actually looking forward to 2026. As crazy as that might sound, I'm hoping to get back into doing what I love the most, and that's making content for you guys, making music for you guys. I want to do more. And I'm not making any promises, but I'll certainly try. And who knows, I might actually try therapy if I'm able to afford it. But I hope you guys had a good 2025. And I hope you guys have an even better 2026. And stay tuned for more videos and more music. I'll see you all in the next one. I lied, this video isn't over yet. There's one thing I haven't covered yet that I want to talk about. There's a Discord server that I'm on that I wanted to call out. There's a TikToker that I met back in November of 2024, and I met her on a live stream. And she was probably at the top of her game at that point, and she eventually made a Discord server. This year, on that server, in that community, helped me know what it is like to feel welcome. That's something that I have struggled with all my life. I've always struggled with feeling welcome somewhere, whether it's with a group of friends, people at work, places I live. I always feel like I'm not welcome. And that server helped me know what that feels like. And it's not even my server. I'm just a regular member of the server, but the community on there helped me, whether they think they did or not. And I am happy to call those people my friends, even if they don't feel the same way. So to them, and everyone else that I've met this year, thank you. And at the very least, I appreciate you being in my life, even if it's not forever. Sorry that I'm not very active and that I don't really talk to people or hang out with people as much as I like. Maybe that's something I remedy next year. But above all else, thank you. Okay. This video's over now. Y'all can go back to doing whatever y'all normally do and forget about this video within the next few days. Cut the cameras, I'm going to bed.